Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. According to a report by the Canadian Press, a sentencing hearing has begun in New Westminster, British Columbia, for a 31-year-old woman guilty of running a highly violent drug-fueled child sex trafficking operation. The prosecution is seeking a 13-year prison sentence for Jennifer Stevens, who pleaded guilty in January 2025 to 17 criminal charges. These include the sexual assault and trafficking of a minor under 18, unlawful confinement, and assault causing bodily harm. During the first day of the hearing, Crown Attorney Catherine Rose outlined Stevens' horrific abuse of her victims, including a 13-year-old girl who was advertised on an escort platform. The court was shown graphic video seized from Stevens' phone depicting severe physical and sexual abuse, including victims being whipped, forced to eat dog food, and assaulted with weapons. An accomplice, Michael Giroux, previously pleaded guilty to related charges. The court also heard that a pre-sentence report showed Stevens minimized her role in the crimes, despite police linking her to a Snapchat account with hundreds of clients. Victim impact statements are scheduled to be presented next. According to a report by the Canadian Press, a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the highly anticipated Gordie Howe International Bridge, which connects Windsor, Ontario with Detroit, Michigan, is tentatively scheduled to take place this Friday. While the exact date for when the bridge will officially open to traffic remains unclear, the ceremony marks a critical step forward for the major infrastructure project. The bridge, jointly owned by Canada and Michigan, was initiated under a 2012 agreement where Canada agreed to fund the construction and recover its investment through toll revenues. However, the project has faced several political and logistical hurdles. In February, U.S. President Donald Trump suggested on social media that the United States should be compensated before allowing the bridge to open, although Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney later indicated that he expected the dispute to be resolved. Additionally, U.S. House Democrats are currently investigating whether the billionaire Moron family, owners of the competing Ambassador Bridge, attempted to block or delay the project. Despite these ongoing bilateral discussions and minor contractor delays, Homeland Security officials state that border personnel are fully staffed and prepared for trade and travel. According to a report by the Canadian Press, major agricultural organizations in Quebec, Ontario, and across Canada are calling on the federal government to revisit the proposed Alto high-speed rail project between Quebec City and Toronto. The Union des Producteurs Agricoles, the Canadian Federation of Agriculture, and the Ontario Federation of Agriculture held a press conference expressing deep concerns that the 1,000-kilometer rail corridor will split farmland, disrupt operations, and cause generational damage to agricultural communities. The farm groups pointed to an independent academic study estimating the project's economic benefits at $48 billion over 40 years, which falls significantly short of Alto's estimated cost of $60 billion to $90 billion. Furthermore, logistics experts estimate the final bill could reach between $112 billion and $140 billion, especially when accounting for the immense cost of entering downtown Toronto and Montreal. Farmers are urging Ottawa to release its analysis and reconsider a high-frequency rail alternative, which they argue would make use of existing rail corridors, require less new infrastructure, and prove far less costly and disruptive to local communities. According to CTV News, a 17-year-old boy is presumed to have drowned after the boat he was operating capsized on Stony Lake in British Columbia's Cariboo region on Saturday evening. Authorities reported that 4 people were in the water following the incident. While 3 individuals managed to safely make their way to the shore, the 17-year-old operator from Prince George did not surface and could not be located. Extensive search efforts are underway, with the RCNP's underwater recovery team scheduled to arrive at the lake on Tuesday to continue the search. Police have notified the youth's next of kin. The tragic accident comes amid a warning from the BC Coroner Service, which recently noted a significant spike in accidental drowning deaths in the province. Between March and May of 2026, there were 9 accidental drowning fatalities, compared to 5 during the same period in 2025. Officials have urged the public to prioritize safety during outdoor water activities to prevent similar tragedies. According to a report by CTV News, Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow has defended the city's controversial decision to resell its allocated FIFA World Cup tickets to corporate sponsors rather than making them available to local residents. Mayor Chow and city officials argue that reselling the premium tickets to corporate buyers at a higher value will generate significant revenue, ultimately lessening the financial burden on Toronto taxpayers who are funding the costly hosting of the global soccer tournament. However, this decision has met with criticism from some local residents and soccer fans. Many community members expressed disappointment, stating they wished the tickets had been made more affordable and accessible for average Torontonians who want to experience the World Cup matches in their own city. The debate highlights the ongoing tension between offsetting the massive public expense of hosting mega sporting events and ensuring local communities can enjoy the benefits. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.